everybody, and welcome back to Forever and Ever, the Kelly Fans Podcast. It's episode number 24 of season 4. We're here in Limelight Studios in Irvine. My name's Paul Montgomery, and Santa has brought us a very early and very special gift. We don't have Kelly Cal tonight. He's down in London drinking pints now.
He's having pints. So.
He's having, right, he sent me photos.
Half pints.
Well, half pints, but he's got a question, but you're about to put him up about someone, so we'll let you.
Just a wee bit.
We'll let you do it. But yeah, everybody watching will recognise this man. Over 150 appearances for the club, Scottish Cup winner, 10 caps for Scotland, the one and only Gary Holt. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. Quite nervous, to be honest.
Nervous?
No, I don't do many. I like doing them. But I try to be honest when I can within them, because my son, my eldest anyway, he listens to hundreds.
All right.
Hundreds and hundreds of podcasts, and they're all from ex-players and stuff. And I'm like, that didn't happen.
Right, you have gone through it already, being like, nah, I don't remember that.
No, it didn't happen. And there was even one, and I think my friend sent me, David Bentley did one.
Right.
I think it was under the cosh, and he talked about the time at Norwich, and apparently for man of the match you got a basket of fish.
Right.
And apparently put it in my car. So everybody's buckled on the thing in the podcast and that, and people are sending me, and I was like, load of lies.
Didn't happen.
Never happened. Never ever get a crate of fish as a man at a match.
No.
And not once would they get near my car because I'd have killed them.
So how did they cook that one up, do you think?
Because that's what they do. The players embellish the stories. It's not. Is it going to sell? Is it going to people going to watch it? So I try to sometimes stay away from them,
right,
Paul, to be honest. But you reached out to me through a friend of ours.
That's right.
And I know we've been back and forward. So different things happening in life. So I said I would come on. And here I am.
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate your time, Gary, and obviously we've got a lot of questions for you that we'll get through, but
probably stupid ones.
A few silly ones in there too, because you'll know a lot of folk that'll be watching and stuff like that, and they'll know you too, being a local guy. But we really appreciate you coming down.
No problems.
Like I say, Nate, blow smoke up your ass. You're a big hero of mine, big hero of loads of folk watching, so it means a lot to us that you're taking the time to do it.
No, I really appreciate that.
Brilliant.
It's quite surreal because I just see myself as a boy for Kelly.
Aye.
Of course. I'm still the same person as I was when I grew up. I'm born Shortleys and raised in New Farm, so that's still me. I still got my roots there, I still got my family there, and you see me, everybody will see me about. And
absolutely, man. Aye,
come and talk to me. I'm no noga.
Excellent, man. Right, so we'll just get cracking then, if that's alright with you.
Fire away.
I know that you've been doing a stint on Now Ayrshire Radio,
yes,
as well. So you're kind of in the kind of rhythm of talking about Kelly and talking about Scottish football and stuff. Before we do that, congratulations on your new role.
Thank you.
Partick Thistle Women, brilliant result yesterday. 2-1 win late on. How are you enjoying it?
I said I would only go back into something if it was challenging. Right. And got the juices going, got me out of bed, that I thought I could make a difference and make an impact in. Openly said I'm not interested in Scottish football, men's side, unless one role, which I think we all know what that role would be. But this was somebody, I got a phone call, would I be interested? I was like, that's different. Straight away, because I've always been interested in the women's side, but I never had the opportunity, and it's almost as if because you've been in the men's game, and I came through academy football first and the boys' side and then into men's football and stuff like that, it seems to be like you're frowned upon. Like, no, you can't. So it's getting the opportunity, like it is for any management position. Right. I had a chat, thought quite interested, knew it'd be challenging because although I'm probably the most qualified in the women's game, with all my levels of qualification, shall we say, and then going to university as well in later life, I'm a complete novice in the women's side. Right. And that's the surreal thing, you're learning every day and different challenges, which is brilliant. That's what you want, problem solving. So yesterday, was it the best game? No. Was it scrappy at times? Yes. But I think the carrot was our women knew that if they won, we'd go above them. Aye. And that was, I think, maybe that pressure that added, maybe got them a wee bit, maybe nervy, maybe a wee bit. You said, I read your, I said, you said, calm down. I said, look, I'll take the pressure after. I'll take it. I said, it's no news. I said, I want you to play with a smile on your face, but you do that by working hard, and you do that by playing in the right areas. So. And to be fair, I think them actually scoring first helped us. Right. In the weirdest way, when you see games that settled us down, and I think people then started to realise, I need to go and grasp it. And to be fair, to score in the 92nd minute with a minute left, and you're like, right, happy days. And then it was the night out last night. So. There you go. So, it was. I thought it, I'm not sure it's thoroughly deserved, but when you look back at it in the cold light of day and you analyse it, we did have some good chances, and we did push for the winner. Whereas my keeper had a 1-on-1 save, which she done brilliant with. And I actually back her in any 1-on-1, to be honest. She's very good. No, I'm really pleased for them.
Excellent, man. Good. Well, congratulations for everybody.
Cheers.
It's great, and you're definitely very well qualified to be doing a job like that, man. So, right. So the game yesterday, Saturday, Falkirk at home. Obviously, it was Chris Doolan that attained first team affairs. Dools had been recently got the kind of youth development head coach job. Asked to step in after Kettlewell left, so there was a wee bit of lift for that last week. Obviously, been in a terrible run of form. Changed the system slightly, 4 at the back, which people have been calling for, but the outcome essentially has ended up the same, another defeat. So we're really, really struggling. What was your take on the game, Gary, overall? Parts that impressed you, any parts that
I was bored at my mind.
Aye.
So much so I went to the gym with 20 minutes to go.
Oh, really? That bad?
Aye. But that's not on Dools, it's not on Jacko or Clarkey. It's just where they are at the minute, and that's the thing. I talk about being an entertainment sport, and don't get me wrong, I think we should have. Greg will be disappointed they never hit a target with the one first half he's inside, and then but he is off balance, but he'd back himself normally to hit the target. But apart from that, did we create too many chances? It just looked. And I spoke about it on the radio on the Saturday morning because they were talking about the game, and I said, well, Falkirk are no great shakes at the minute, although they've got the points in the bag. That was early season for them. I think they'd won 1 in 6.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't won in 4, and they came to us, and I was like, and it looked like 2 nervy teams. It looked like 2 similar to my game yesterday.
Right. Teams
that didn't want to make a mistake, teams that didn't want to actually take the onus to go and score the goal. But I didn't see a lift.
No,
I didn't see it. I didn't feel, and that's maybe sometimes the way it is. I was underwhelmed again. Mm-hmm. I really was, but I've been underwhelmed most of the season.
Aye, well, that's been the theme, Hunter. I'm the opposite of you. I missed the first 15 minutes, right? So, and then I came in and I watched this, and I actually thought, I think they're doing all right, creating a few chances. I text Cal, and I was like, looking a bit better, and he was like, I don't know about that, mate. So I thought we were all right first half, but again, second half, and as soon as we lose the goal, they just go into their shells, Gary.
I would say we were the better side first half. There was an onus and an impetus to try and get the goal because we were in the front without creating it. I don't think Bain had a save to make.
No.
And then you lose a poor goal, really poor goal, and like you said, that they look like fragile then, and that happens. God, I've been there when you can't win a game, and it's but you need to. Somebody needs to grasp it. Somebody needs to go and say, I'll be the one that gets something. I'll be the one that puts in a tackle, challenges.
Just try and lift things.
Just lift things and lift. And don't get me wrong, you're not there always to lift the crowd, and the crowd's not. It goes both ways.
Aye, of course, aye.
It goes both ways, and like, God, I've been on the end of a fair amount of abuse in my career, so I know how it can affect you. But I firmly believe if we all had and I've talked about this before with my mates and that. See if you sit with a head on in the crowd of being a manager, and you're the manager of the them players, and how would you get the best out of them then?
Aye.
You wouldn't do it by shouting and swearing. And
no, that's
abuse.
True. Aye.
That wouldn't happen. You'd be encouraging them and telling them like I had and still have a great rapport with Kelly fans. Right? Was I the best player? No, not by a long shot. Was I a good player? Yeah, very good. Aye. But I would run for a brick wall for them.
That's the thing. That's the thing everybody remembers you for.
I would run for a brick wall, and that's for every team I played for. Well, maybe not one, but everyone. But see, getting that lift from the fans, that backing, even when I was playing having a bad game, you'd go that extra inch to try and win another ball, to throw yourself into tackles that you might not going to win, or you know you're going to get hurt.
Aye. I
know the game's different and challenges are a wee bit outlawed, certain ones, but I'd be prepared to put 80-20. I'm going in for it. But that comes for the crowd. It comes for that backing. While I understand the players want to give something back to them, which I don't think they're getting at the minute.
No, it's a really tough, man. It's actually been a tough slog the whole year, looking back, because the end of Derek's reign wasn't great, and we weren't talking about loads and loads of wins off the back of a really good year, the year before. So it's been tough, and there is frustration. You're a professional, right? You've played the game at the top level, you've coached at the top level, you've managed in the Premier League. What needs to change, right? I'm just a punter, mate. I just watch the games. You know, right? What are the fundamentals? Why are we no picking up any points in games of football?
Do I see accountability? See, when you're on a bad run, it's always easier to look and point fingers at other people. I'm all right. I'm doing my job. Well, no, because we're losing. So it's a team. It's purely that team work ethic, that togetherness, a smile on their faces, working hard, coming to work, and that's a big thing. I try to get into my role at the minute, and I've said to them day one: when you come in this building, you're coming to work. Don't think it's an easy passage. You're getting paid. You're getting money. You work, but within that, we'll set the environment where it's fun, it's enjoyable. We'll have a bit of banter. We'll make mistakes. We'll use it to learn. But you're coming to work and you work damn hard, and I think that's gone away a wee bit in football. That work ethic. I feel that at certain places, maybe not Kilmarnock, but maybe it is that a lot of players nowadays want maximum output for minimum input.
Right, I get you. Aye.
And that's not the way it should be. Is it incentivised? I don't know. Because you want players hungry, you want them fighting, you want them scrapping.
Aye.
Are we seeing that? I don't.
There's loads and loads of them out of contract at the end of the season. I've seen this kind of discourse happening, folks saying that we're going to have to a big rebuild in the squad anyway, whatever league we're in, whatever manager's there. Does that play on a professional's mind when you get to this point and you've only got a contract till May? Do you think that actually can seep in, probably subconsciously? No, because if you're wanting another contract, and by the way, there's more and more players out of contract every year now, and if you're wanting to earn 11, you've got to be at it. If you're not at it, somebody's not going to take you. They're just going to get somebody else who might actually be cheaper. So you've got to be at I find it strange that people would say that, you come out of contract, they may be down tools or protecting yourself. Protect yourself from what? Because the manager wants to see things, a club wants to see things. And these guys aren't multi-millionaires either.
No, and the thing is, Paul, in this day and age now, you can go on your platform and find out about Gary Holt for Norwich. What's Gary Holt like to fans? What do you expose? And you've seen it. I've seen it. When the chips are when the going gets tough, he downs tools or things like that, and you're like, oh my god, I've not seen the guy, but
aye, right,
you know what I mean? We never had it back in the day. It was just scouting and stuff. Fans never really talked to each other. Now you can engage with every fan all over the world and get an insight to players and what their makeup is. So I always say if you treat it like a working environment, you'll get the best out of it. You've come to earn your money. At the end of the day, the people working, the volunteers, the people working in the stands, cleaning the stands, the people working in the kiosks are earning the money.
Aye.
People on the turnstiles are earning the money. Why shouldn't they see the players in the park earning the money?
That's a brilliant point. I never thought of it like that. It's a great way of putting it.
And that's the way I've always thought. It's always the way I've always approached it. Is they've got a right to see me give my all, and it doesn't mean I'll play well.
No any guarantees of that. But
no, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantees. The only guarantee is when you walk in the building, you're going to work hard. And that's what I said to my women as well. I said, we didn't play sparkling yesterday. We had some who played really well, we had some who played okay, and we had some who were off it a wee bit. But was it through lack of effort? No. They all start because he scored in the 92nd minute.
Aye, there you go. Aye, right to the end.
Aye, and that's what it is, and that's what I've said to them. We won't always have 11 outstanding playing. If you can have 7, stroke 8 playing at the top of their game, you'll win the game. But it's through sheer hard work. So obviously this run, Killarone, I don't know if you ever experienced anything like that in terms of that length of time. Not at Kilmarnock, I don't think. Not at Kilmarnock, which I was fortunate. Don't get me wrong, when I first signed at Ur, we weren't long in the league.
Aye, of course.
You know what I mean? And it's quite funny because our bonus schedule was about where you finished in the league, was incentivised that you stayed up and then you got a bonus, and then the higher you got, it was more. And then once we'd done that for a few years, it was like, hang on a minute, there's something not right here. And they changed it about the higher up you got. Well, if we finished, say, 11th and it was 12, went down, it was like, you got a decent bonus. I'm like, brilliant.
Right.
Because you stayed in the league.
Aye.
But then they changed it because they've seen that we were starting to, we can finish 4th or 3rd. And
right,
like so they reversed it. And they're like, bugger. The fun is out. So, no, it was, it's one of those things. When I first joined, we were fighting relegation. We were fighting, not relegation, but such, but we were fighting to stay in the league. And that's all it was, stay in the league, until we stabilised, and then it was, we're actually better than that, staying in the league. And I never had a run of games like this, I don't think off the top of my head, but God, we were fighting to stay in the league.
Aye, so you've got experience of that situation that we're in just now.
The league at 97.
Aye, exactly.
My first goal my favourite goal, my best. Well, it's no problem, but I class it my best goal. The last game of the season that kept us up.
Aye. It gets forgotten about because we're going to win the cup, didn't it?
A week later, and that's
huge. I know that.
Aye,
game
and that's the thing, and it's so the club's been in these positions. It's no. I hate when you look at history and the facts and that. We aren't really a predominantly top six.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
Team.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
But we all clamour to that thing of, we've been in Europe. And, aye, but we're not in Europe every year.
Mm-hmm.
See if you're in Europe every year or in the Conference League, like Aberdeen have been in it the last few years. Have they done as well as what they want? No, but they're getting experience of it. So hopefully, and Aberdeen's fans will say they get in next year, they'll probably learn from it.
Aye.
Well, we haven't.
No.
And even when we got to Europe, but even back then, it was an absolute novelty.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going, we went to play Sigma Olomouc, and the club hadn't been, we'd never been in and stuff like that, and we went to a hotel and they put out this Czech food and you're like, oh my, all Scottish boys are like that, I can't eat this.
Aye.
Went to McDonald's in the square.
Is that right?
Met all my pals, pissed up in the square at McDonald's for the night before the game.
Aye.
Because it was like
a different planet, never mind
totally
a foreign
different
country.
world.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
Totally different world to us Scottish boys going to pre-match meal through Edinburgh and you were on chicken and pasta or a bit of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the odd baked potato, beans and toast. Whereas you were going abroad, a European game, and you're like, what's this muck? What's this, you offenders? I'm Scottish, I would eat a burger, I'd eat my trip.
Aye.
And that was just it. So it's a whole educational thing as well.
That must have been interesting, man, doing all that stuff, getting out into the different countries, different environments. Where else? You were France, Bosnia,
Bosnia was a different one because we were there I think that was the first year they were allowed back in.
Aye, that's right. Aye, after the war and all that.
And like you land obviously and everything's black because it's blackouts and that. So you're driving along and it's like dark, and then this Holiday Inn.
Is that right?
Just in the middle of the town. It's all lit up brand new. Every other building's got bullet holes. There's wrecks, there's everything, and this brand new pristine Holiday Inn is sitting there with a green and white sign, and you're like,
bizarre.
This is weird. And then obviously you go to train the next day. We trained at one of the local stadiums, and it was just the pitch and rubble.
Right.
Because they hadn't been rebuilt, and then obviously it's well documented the game with all the graves are behind it. It was eerie, surreal, but the night after was alright.
Oh, was it? Good enough.
It was alright. Me and Dylan went out as usual for a few pints. But it was alright. They were hospitable and they welcomed us. But it was surreal to go there at that time and to see a different world.
Really, really strange, man. Better days, man, for the club. So in terms of the team just now then, and we'll move on to some of the questions because there's loads of them, and I want that to be the main focus. But in terms of the squad, you're obviously again a professional but a Kelly fan and you'll have your eye on it. Is there anybody in that squad that impresses you that you think can move on to the next level, or you think there might be the person to grab this run with the kind of scruff of the neck and get us out of it?
Well, I don't think the recruitment in my eyes has been at the level at what we've been used to, but is that dictated by budgets? Is it dictated we never finished top 6 last year? Everyone has a knock-on effect. The cost of the new training facility, I don't know if that. So I thought this would be a season of stabilising and just if we can stay in the league. I didn't expect wonderful, great things. I didn't expect us to get to top 6. I didn't, and nothing against Stuart. I like Stuart. I've got nothing against him. I've got against a few people, but not him. But we know it's a results business, but regarding it, recruitment wise, like I said, I've been underwhelmed a wee bit, but you are where you are, and you're always hoping that the nuggets come good. You can't get them all right.
No, of course.
And that's why I'm not sitting there as a manager and saying I've got every signing right, because I haven't. No, there's no way. But if you get more right and wrong, you'll stay in the job. Well, I'll ask you. Who have you been impressed with?
Well, I think that's the tough one. There's nobody really stood out for me. I think there's some of the signings that you could see, like a Kilty, who's obviously played at that level for a long time, and he's coming in. It's like you said, kind of stable, and Watson and all. I thought at the start of the season he kicked on a wee bit. To me watching, he's went back a wee bit, but the whole team has.
I think David's done really well. I think last year was that second season syndrome where it was tough and a wee bit of struggle, and I don't know him, so I'm only going for what I've seen and what my eyes tell me and what I've known from young boys coming through. That it is a roller coaster. It will be ups and downs. So, but I thought he'd come in this season, done really well again. Got that bit in his teeth of being an energetic.
What do you think his best position is? Just
run a bit.
Aye, genuinely
Just let him
box to
go.
boxy
Just
stuff.
let him go and run a bit, and get in areas and win the ball back. And I don't like to say he's like me in that aspect, because he does make more forward runs to an extent. But I know my role in the team. I know my job. I knew what it was. I didn't make it harder than what it was, should I say? And I was told. Bobby Williamson was the one that told me.
Right.
Win the ball, get at him. Right, okay. I was like, I said, I know you can, but he's better at it. He said, but he can't tackle at you and he can't run at you, so you do his work, he'll do your work. I said, we'll work well together. I was like, all right, cool.
Aye.
He said, that's the thing. He said, players complicate it. Just know your role. Be happy with your role. But it's when you start to confuse it. Like, I knew I can hit a diagonal pass and a long pass and stuff like that. I might find the stand more often than not. Fine. But I knew my role was run about, head it, tackle, and give him the ball.
Aye.
And lo and behold, I got Scotland caps at it. So
there you go, man. And played in the Premier League in England.
Aye, but that was the thing. So it was sometimes I think players, they don't do the simple things really well these days.
Aye, that's what it seems like to me. But again,
I say that not just at our club.
Aye.
I just think that players don't do the simple things very well. They don't do the basics. They try to complicate it, and they see players doing other things in different leagues and higher calibre, and they think, I can do that. Yeah, you can, but is that what you really is in your tool bag? No. So stick to what you're good at. And
do you think that is that a starting point for the new manager then when he comes in? Is that where you start? You go right back to basics, full back, stop crosses, play it down the line. Is that where you start? Is that
not what they should always do?
Really?
That's what I always say. It's defenders defend, midfielders run and carry, and the strikers score the goals. That's what I was always told. So why complicate it? We're not recreating the wheel.
No, that's true.
And that's a big thing. People talk about it, and even for me in the women's game, there's still a goal either end, the centre circle and the referee, and 22 players on the park. So you're not recreating it. It's different aspects of how do we get the ball from one side to the other, because you've maybe got to take an extra pass in the women's games. But that's just problem solving. But we seem to confuse it sometimes, and I just think is it basics? Is it just going hard to beat? I don't think we're hard to beat.
No, that's what I don't think.
I don't think we're hard to beat. But that comes from, and we defend from the front, not the back.
Right.
Simple as that. You can't just turn around and say, oh, well, you do your job. No, I'm doing it. And I've had that.
Right.
I've had that in my career. And I'll openly admit, I've had to go at somebody and say, you do your fucking job, I'll do my job. And I'm actually doing my job all right. It's your fault.
Right.
And that's wrong, because it's a team game. So you do learn, but when things aren't going well, you will self-preservation comes in.
Aye, naturally. Aye. And
you'll look and say, well, and that's another harsh lesson I learned from Bobby, to be honest, was the don't ever think you're doing well.
Right.
Because I came off after at half time of one game, and I think it was Dundee United at home, and we're down 2-0 at half time, and Bobby could lose it. I mean, proper lose it. And as you know, at Rugby Park, the tunnel's very tight and narrow, and you're walking down and you're single file or two aside, and we're 2-0 down, and I'm thinking, I've done all right here. And as we're walking off, I'm at the back and I'm like, oh, he's going to go mental. And I looked at Christoph and Jerome were ahead of me, and I'm like, they could get it. They could get it today. And I'm like, I've done all right. So we're in the dressing room, as at Rugby Park, the home dressing room's massive, but I always sit changed for match games. The door as you come out the physio room is right in the middle.
Right.
I always sat there in the physio's bed, and I've just put my socks down, put my shinnies down. No, the wee skinny stupid
real shinnies, actual shinnies.
No, proper ones. These small ones should be banned.
No, the wee box of Tic Tacs.
No, it should be banned, because that's not protecting anything. She can't tackle. I was basically saying you're a coward and you don't want to tackle. That's my point in that. So I've put my other one down, my sock down, pulled my shinny down, because I had the ankle break things, so you couldn't take them off, pulled them down, and I lifted my head, and I just caught his eyes. And he just went, you ginger. And I was like, and in my head I thought, I've done all right. He's going to go mental at Jerome and Christoph.
Right.
And he's went to town. And I've just stood up and I've went to town back. And next minute he's threw a bin at me. And I've threw my boots at him. I've taken him off, I threw my boots at him. This is literally a minute, not even a minute after half time as we get in. And it's erupted. and the table's between us, and folk have pulled him, and Coisty's grabbed me and pulled me into the boot room next to the changing room. Get your boots on.
Really kicked off then.
Aye, it was like, and I'm like, I'm not playing for you. And Coisty dragged me in. Get your boots on. We're going outside. I was like, I'm not playing. Ratting and raving, and folk are looking. I'm like, you know, the wee boot room's small, and you're playing. So we go. He drags me straight out on the pitch. They were like, this is 3 minutes now after half time. Me and Coisty are standing in the middle of the park, and everybody's looking as if to say, what's going on here? And I'm like, Coisty just went, show him. Just show him.
Aye, simple as that.
I'll run about like a man possessed. I kicked everything that moved, and we won 3-2.
There you go, man, eh?
And I left the pitch, get showered and left. Grabbed my missus was in the players' lounge at the time, and they're all cock a hoop because we won the game. Let's go. She's like, drove straight home. Didn't speak to her. Straight off licence, got a carry out, steaming. Myself in the house, raging. Name mobile phones and things like that. So totally just before then, so I'm like raging. So I was like, I can't stand it. I'll never play for a bit. And obviously, you wake up Sunday and you've got the fear.
Right.
And you're like, oh no. And then I've got to get in training on Monday. And obviously, dressing room banter. I was in, the boys are like, oh, big man, you're going to get. And I was like, please don't. I'm like, head down, just. And I sat next to the showers in the far corner for training days. So the furthest for the door.
Right.
10 minutes before training starts, chat at the door. KB, Holt, Gaffer wants to see you. So I've got to do the walk of shame. Right across the dressing room, the boys are giving me pelters and slaughtered. And I'm like, So he goes round to Bobby's office, chat at the door. And he's got a big desk. Come in. So I gets in. And he gets up. So I'm like, I've got my fist ready, thinking it's only me and him in this room. If he swings up, I don't know what to do. And he came round and stuck his hand out. And I was like, what's that for? He said, well done. Shook his hand. I said, aye. I said, I actually thought I was playing well now. He said, there you go. Don't ever think you've played well.
Wow.
He said, because I needed a reaction. He said, and I knew I couldn't go at certain players because I'd lose them. I said, but I caught your eye and I thought, he's getting it.
You can take it in your shoulders.
Aye,
and
he's getting it. He said, I could have got right feisty, couldn't I? I was like, what? You threw a bin at me?
By the way, that's man management genius, isn't it?
He was brilliant.
Absolutely
He's
amazing.
brilliant for that. But that's what I said, and that's what I've always learned for then, that I never ever thought I played well, or took it on my laurels that I'm playing well, because you know that somebody will give you a go or a blast. So. And
is football still like that? Do you think that's totally? No. And is that maybe something that's just missing altogether now, or is it?
I think society's changed that in a way. I help out with my son's team, with a couple of other dads, under 17s, and they don't give you much back. They don't. There's no banter as such. They'll have a laugh amongst themselves and stuff like that. But if my son wasn't there, we'd probably be mutes,
right?
Which is poor at times. But that's just society. They're good within the group, but they're on the phones. Straight after the game, they're on the phones having a laugh, and I'm like, "What's happening?" And they're like, no, something, and they're all giggling at it, and I'm like, "Guys, come on! I want that training. That should be training. That should be." So I don't know. Society, is it gone? I think there is still one or two, but it's a dying. It's a dying breed.
Days, man. That's fascinating, man. Just before we go into the question then, Gary, the wee instant at the end of the game, we need to talk about it. Obviously, Dom Thompson and a supporter or supporters.
I actually think Dom Thompson's done well this season, to be fair.
Aye, he's been
to go back to the signing, I think he's actually done okay. And
they've had that wee interaction that's been talked about. What's your take on that as a player? You've said you've had it for the stands, you're also a fan that's been in the stands. Were you quite happy to see that, or do you think it's not the right thing?
Well, I don't know
today?
what's happened. And then obviously you hear everything. Was he placating somebody? Was it like trying to settle somebody down who was having an argument? I've heard so many different stories. Am I bothered by it? No, I'm not. It's part of, just go on with it.
Aye.
You get abused. I've said things back to fans. I threatened to kill somebody. Or punch his lights out at Norwich. A guy used to slaughter me at Norwich when I first signed.
Right.
Absolutely terrorised.
Same guy?
Same guy.
Right.
Sat behind the goal. This was in the warm-up, by the way. He'd abused me, and it was about the fourth game in, and I was like, who is the guy behind the goal? I said, when he gets it kicked off, he's like, a big Malky Mackay, he says, I'm delighted, big man. He said, because it was me.
He was in the heat.
Aye. He said, it was me. And I was like, but when you kicked off, I said, we've not played. I said, before the 3 games into the season, what's his problem? went on, and I was always front post area for corners against, because I can jump and I can hear the ball. So I was front post area, and they get a corner. But in that part of Carrow Road was where, you know how teams come on the pitch, the school teams come on the pitch and play at half time in the sevens. So they've always got them there. So it was wee boys and wee lasses in that. And this guy's like, Holt, you're a rubbish back of Scotland. We're playing with 10 men, Holt. You should bat. And I'm like, mate, we're 3 minutes into the game. I've not touched the ball. And it was constant. And eventually I turned around and I said, see, after the game, I'm going to knock your head in. I don't like to swear. I'm trying not to swear.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Knock your head in. And I could then see all the wee boys like sniggering. I'm like, all right. But I was like, fine. We won the game. And obviously you're in the changing room. And then at Norwich we used to get training gear back on and go for a cool down. But I went straight in and straight back out. And I ran straight across to see where he was. And all the wee boys are still sitting. I was like, where is he? He went, Holt, he left with 10 minutes to go. And I was like, and they were like, that was brilliant, that was great. Yeah, but he left. Do you know a guy that wrote me an apology?
That guy?
Aye.
Did he?
Aye, he wrote me 8 pages.
Wow.
An apology. Just said that he's supported them for 50 odd years or something. It was an older guy.
Right.
50 odd years, man. And he just wanted players who cared about the club, and he just, that was his kind of explanation. But it was 8 pages long. Just apologised. Never heard it again. No. Never shouted.
Well, there you go, man. So I the incident on Saturday that folk have been talking about, it's a mountain out of a molehill. Supporters had their say, the players had their say back. I think between the two guys it actually seemed quite calm. It was like the other stuff going on around about it. So mountain out of a molehill.
It's not a good look. It's not. It doesn't look great. It's not a good look. You're right. It's if you'd won 9 out of 11 and you do it, then you'd be like, well, he's well within his rights, but you've got 2 points out of
that's it.
And it just doesn't look good. But like you said, it's a mountain out of a molehill. Other people make it look worse, and the pictures don't look great. Will Don be probably disappointed? Aye. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he will be, for whatever player bravado, and we've all got a bit of bravado in us and think that we're airtight and watertight and nothing hurts us, but he'll be a wee bit embarrassed by it, I'm sure. He'll get a fair bit of ribbon.
I can imagine.
A fair bit of ribbon. But it wasn't nothing serious.
No.
Maybe it just shows he cares. And is that a good thing? Aye. I want more players who care.
Aye. So big game coming up, of course. A few hour Christmas. We're taking a 2-week break, so we won't be back. So
lucky you.
Sorry for somebody's already on the break. We'll get to him in a second.
That is very true.
He's in there, but so huge games over Christmas and all that. What was it like playing all the busy games over Christmas? Was it a nightmare?
Players
like it.
I want to dispel this thing, right? Players, see this thing about players are tired. I've never had so much shite in them all my life, right? Players want to play games. They don't want to train. The training's a slog. The games are what's fun. So there's nothing better than playing games. And see all this. Oh, he's tired. Oh, away you go. You're a professional athlete. You can play, and they should be able to play. So no, I loved it. As you get older, and as you get obviously relationships, you get a partner and then a wife or a girlfriend, fiance, boyfriend, kids come involved. It can be a wee bit where you're away. I spent many Christmases away,
right? Yeah,
and you miss, like I said, I've probably enjoyed the last 2-3 years. I've been doing my own thing because I get to do it. Like I said, to help my son. I've never coached any of my kids, so to help my youngest out, which doesn't go down with some of the other ones in my family, but
right.
To help that, to see drop him off at school, pick him up. I never done any of that. Missed birthdays, missed every show, every sports day. And people go, oh, other people miss it. Aye, they do, but I've missed, footballers miss it a lot of things. To spend it in hotels. You know what I mean? It's not always glamorous as you think. But no, I loved it. I just love playing football. And that was the thing, playing great. Don't get me wrong, you always look for a home tie at Christmas Day.
Aye, right around about then, aye.
And more so when you're down in England.
Right.
Especially when you're in Norfolk.
Aye, because you could be miles away. Aye. Go up to Newcastle or something.
Aye, but like it's 7 hours on a bus on a Friday afternoon, isn't it fun? So you always looked for Christmas away at home and last game of the season for some reason.
Right.
But Christmas time, I don't mind that. You're playing games, it's brilliant.
Aye.
And also like training on Christmas Day because you get a bit of freedom.
Right, of course.
In the house, starting stuff in your face. So I always get the players in. Even as a manager, I always get the players in. Because you will overindulge.
Aye, of course.
I've seen Pep.
I certainly will.
But I've seen Pep talked about it. He's going to raise players and stuff. So, and it's like, oh, you can't. Well, why can't you? Why can't you talk about it? You have guidelines. You've got routines and stuff. So, I don't see anything wrong with it.
No.
If the players know that's in what's expected of them, the players will know that they get weighed. It's not new, but it's just the managers come out with it and everyone went, oh, can you do that, Matt? Aye, you can. So, players love it.
Aye.
I loved it. There was ones, I will say, who like to get suspended round about Christmas.
Oh, right, that
does happen.
Right, interesting.
The old, I'm on 4 bookings or 5
maybe
bookings.
just take a wee shirt pull at the end of that.
Oh, you missed the New Year's game. Oh, do you? Aye. So that does happen.
Right. I'll not make you name any names. No, it's a great time to be supporters day. So every day that's, if you're out and enjoying all the games and need to having a wee swally and all that.
Well, let's be honest. How good was it when you were a fan going to games?
Oh, it's
on New Year's Day.
Oh, it's the best thing.
Especially when we used to play that Mankey Mob. And even beat them on New Year's Day, didn't they?
Man. Tremendous, man.
They were some of the best days.
Aye, well, that's a great time to be a supporter. Right, I'm going to get to these questions, Gary. There's loads and loads of them, so we'll just get
any
through.
sensible ones?
Out of the 26, there's about 2 sensible ones. We'll dig out the ones first. Right, so no real question. Just want to thank you both for a tremendous year of listening. This is for Bidey. This term gets chucked about a lot, but I think you guys, light-hearted, entertaining chat provides an escape. So thanks, lads. Here's the 2026. That's for me and Cal, obviously. And here's me and Holt from 2012. That must have been at the cup final.
Aye,
there you go.
Was indeed.
Happy days. Hope you lads have a great Christmas. This is for Mikey Kenmure. With Kelly seeming to have financial scarcity, should Billy and Co not open up the board for more financial investment? Seems a bit of a closed shop at the minute. Right, Mikey, thanks, mate. I don't know anything about finances in terms of football and stuff like that.
I don't know the ins and outs in the Scottish game totally about financial sustainability and the rules. But I don't think you can ever point the finger at Billy and the board for what they've done and what they're doing. Have they got some appointments wrong? In my eyes, aye. In your eyes, aye. You've probably liked ones I don't like, so, but that's why we're fans.
Aye.
But I don't think anyone can point the finger and say that they've no backed the club and they've no done a lot of things right. I think they do a lot of really good stuff. Do I agree with all of it? No, but that's why we've all got opinions. So no, I think I always take my hat off to anyone who runs a football club and is invested in it.
Thankless task, it seems to me.
Aye.
Tough.
Definitely.
Aye.
Definitely. So I would never, like I said, I'm not going to agree with all his decisions. I'm not going to agree with who he always appoints. But as a board, have they done a lot right for the club? 100%.
Absolutely. And I think if we can get through this sticky spell in 18 months when that new grass is laid and we've got the training centre open, and
that's what I touched on before, Paul. I always seen this season as a transitional season and a stability of trying to get stability. And if we stay in the league, that was the main focus for me as a fan. I only said it to my pals. I didn't expect us to get anywhere other than hopefully 10th.
Aye, fair enough, man. Right, Christy Sykes asks, what are you looking for in the new manager? Just want to buy into what we are as a club and what the fans expect as a club. Hard-working, honest, humble people who want the players to show a bit of true grit and determination, simple as that, and earn their crust. That's what I want. I want the manager to come in and say, right, you're coming here to work and you're going to earn your money. If you don't do it, you don't play. We'll get a squad of players in who will. That old adage of running for a brick wall, of playing for the club. But you don't need to support it. I wasn't a Norwich fan when I first went. No, of course. Right, but I love Norwich. I would have run through a brick wall because the fans deserve that. Simple as that. Excellent, man. Right, Stephen Hopes, he's got a question. So Stephen Hopes and Laurie and Martin are the boys at the Killyview. Hope they have a good Christmas and all. Who's Gary's best friend in football, and which player from the 1997 Cup winning team is he most likely to go for a pint with? Best friend in football? See, that's a hard one, right? Because their teammates are not actually pals. Aye. And that's what people get. It's workmates, isn't it? It's like you move jobs. But it's funny because I talk to some of the boys I coach and the girls I coach and my own wee businesses. Your teammates are your teammates, but how many have left your team have you kept contact with? None. Whereas I could pick my phone up or meet them all, and it's, oh, big man, great, I'll give you a call next week. No phone. No. And guess what? I'll not phone them. Life. No, but I'll not phone them either. But then we'll meet again for another reunion. I'm like, oh, big man, how you doing? Great catch up. Look, let's get a coffee next week. Never going to happen. Right? So, best friend, I've got a lot of
really good friends. I suppose I'll give Dylan a mention because we had a great time at Kilmarnock and we're still palling. He messaged me last night from New York, but I wouldn't say I've got a best friend in football as such.
And
I've got some close friends who I can rely on.
Aye.
Who I know if I picked the phone up and rung, they would answer. Other ones would like, "Oh, sorry, big man, I missed your call. Give you a call the next couple of days." But that's probably where it's at, rather than an out and out best friend.
And so Dylan would be the one you go for a pint with, and all then?
No,
Definitely not. No.
Heat case.
Aye.
I've been there.
Aye.
I've done that. Nah. I'm never going out with him again.
There you go, it's podcast exclusive.
Ever.
Holt shuns Kel's offer for a pint.
I want to go to New York on holiday, and now he's there, I can't.
What a man he is, honestly. Right, Gunnar Vans gets in touch. Hope you guys have a brilliant Christmas. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the laughs. When it's been dire, you always manage to crack a couple of jokes and get the mood going. Does Holty now sing terrible songs about Kelly on the Partick Thistle bus?
No, because we don't have a bus yet. No, if anybody's heard me sing, which isn't very many, they'll know I don't sing.
No,
I stay away from singing. I'm tone deaf.
Right, okay. So once you get the bus,
no, we only need bus for Aberdeen and Montrose. We don't need buses, so it's a lot of cars and that. So
right,
I don't even have the radio in the car.
Nah,
you know, something like that. It's weird, isn't it?
Aye.
I have my headphones in case somebody rings me, but
no radio.
I turn the radio off. It bugs me.
No music.
No, I'm no music.
No,
I'm no music person, really.
There you go. You spent a lot of money in tickets there. I'm not saying any more than that.
Aye, definitely. Aye, throughout the years.
Right, Scott Watson gets in touch.
Oh, aye, here
he
we
says,
go.
Can you just ask Gary if he misses me, and why is he so bad at quizzes?
See, this is the thing, and Scott will know that I won the quiz at the weekend. But my wife did message in and said I'm the worst sorest loser.
All right.
I take it so serious.
Even quizzes.
Aye, but no, I don't need it win. I just want it done right.
Fair enough.
And I want it policed right. So if somebody said to you, right, this is a quiz, this is the topic, name things that are at Christmas dinner.
Aye, right, okay.
Right, so that was one of the questions, right? So straight away you're thinking turkey, right?
Pigs and blankets.
Nice forks, spoons.
Right.
People. That's not really Christmas dinner, is it? You're looking at stuff on the Christmas table, you're looking at, but Gav came out with nice forks, spoons, people, chairs.
It's no specific to Christmas dinner.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It needs a specific. You need to specify what's actually the topic's about,
right?
And then you need to place it right.
Right.
And I'm a sore loser.
So there we go. Right, Scott. So there you go.
And I've not missed him at all.
No, and he's not.
And he shouldn't get any points for his predictions at the weekends because he's not in the studio.
Right. There you go, Scott. That's you, mate. Hope that's answered your question. Another Scott, Callum Scott, who's normally sitting in that chair there. Did Gary think I was talking utter pish when I phoned into the radio on Saturday? As someone who played for the club and big clubs in England, how big are Kelly in his estimation? Because me and Kelly Galloway was think Kelly are a bigger club than we are. So, you obviously played Norwich, great success. Nottingham Forest, European Cup winners. How big are Kelly in comparison to clubs?
In my eyes, massive. But that's my eyes, and I'm a fan, and I openly talk about that. And people, if you talk to anyone at Norwich in my changing room, they always brought in the results after the game. We get printed out results, and I always like, "What's the Kelly score?"
Aye, straight away.
And every day down is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're there. I was like, they're huge. I need to know the score, and that was always my thought process. What was a Kelly score? I've always thought, but that I grew up as a Kilmarnock fan. Me and my best mate used to sit on top of the old dugout watching reserve games on a Monday night. The concrete, thinking it was great that we're lying on a freezing cold concrete roof, top of a dugout. That sounds great. Freezing, pissing down my rain. But that was our highlight of our week, watching Kelly reserves. So no, it's just I'll always think it's the biggest club, but I don't know where the fans have went.
Really?
I don't know where they went.
You're manager of Falkirk, right? You've got an affiliation with that club and Kelly. They're playing each other. Comparatively, are they clubs on a similar size, would you say? Or are Kelly a bigger club?
No, Kelly is bigger. Falkirk, away you go. Aye. They'll think they're bigger, but not. But that's just because that didn't end well there. No, because like I always say, and I talk openly about it, we used to play to 10,000, 11,000. And by the way, that was when we were trying to stay in the league. So I don't know, is it the cost of living, is it the cost of tickets?
I'm sure that will have had
is it everything rolled in? Can we do more to fan it? Because I think the club do great with the fan engagement and stuff? Can we do more to get more bums in seats? Can we get them in? Because that buzz as well when you're walking out there and you've got a near full house, and that was every home game.
It did feel much busier than
it was massive. The noise was better, and don't get me wrong, I didn't mind playing when Celtic noise was at either end. Because see when you beat them, brilliant. And it was, so it didn't really bother me that, but we regularly played average 10, 11.
There seems to be that core of 4,500, and it just doesn't seem to move either way.
No, and I don't know why.
No, I don't know either. It's tough.
I don't understand the ins and outs of it. Because probably far cleverer people than me can come up with a plan, but I just think, where have they all went?
Maybe too many other things to do on a Saturday now. I think that's what it is.
Maybe
go up to Silverburn and get a coffee.
Aye, true.
It's an option, isn't it? Right, Alan Agnew. Hi, Alan. No gripe tonight. I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You too, mate. Barry Davis says, have a Merry Christmas, guys. Here's hoping we get a late present. 3 points on Saturday. Thanks, mate. Gavin Hilson gets in touch. Given the choice and given our plight, do we go left field and try a foreign manager, maybe like Motherwell, or somebody tried and tested, even though it's maybe a wee bit more uninspiring? What would you do in this situation?
We touched on this on Saturday on the radio. I don't think the time's now to go left field.
I would agree.
I think January's a horrible time to try and you're signing players to bolster what you've got, or to help you out of the mire. Are they the right players? Are they short-term fixes? Or normally you're fighting on the other end of the table and you're adding a bit of class, but you're going to pay extra for them. So I think it's a really difficult one. Left field was in the summer. Give somebody the opportunity to build and say that's what you've got, and go make it work. I wouldn't be adverse to somebody taking it temporary to end the season with that carrot of it's a 6-month role. And I know this sounds stupid, but somebody who of the ilk of like Martin O'Neill was at Celtic.
Aye, that's the perfect fit, innit? If that person existed.
If that person existed, but then again, you've also got the thing where Neil Warnock didn't exactly cover himself in glory up at Aberdeen, but did they buy into him? I don't know. I think it's a really, really tough one, and as we touched on already, Paul, who would want to be in the board and invested in the club if you've got to make all these decisions? And you're damned if you do and damned if you don't sometimes, because somebody won't like it.
No, that's true.
And as fans, we've all got opinions.
Aye, absolutely, man. Right, Aunt Mally says, can you ask Gary if he's still got a pair of boots in decent shape? There's a big gaping hole in that Kelly midfield.
Still got a pair of boots. They're a bit holy, but still got a pair of boots. No, I've had my time. I've enjoyed my time. I still play with over 50s Scotland seniors.
Yeah, that's right.
When I can.
I've seen that on the terrace, wasn't it, on the Friday night? That's right.
So we won the Four Nations this year, first time ever.
Superb.
Which was brilliant. Big. And here's the thing: we played Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. 390 minutes.
Wow. Well, guys over 50 must be fat, man.
I mean, some 60-year-olds. Right. And you're asking that we play, and now you go and ask a player to play one game a week. Oh, we're tired. Never heard so much bullshit in all my life.
Well, there you go. You probably wouldn't be able to do a job then on Saturday. Right, this is a question. I don't know what this is referring to. Open goal.
Yep. Right.
Do you think this is a genuine question? This is for Galak. Serious question. Does Gary think the bus driver pattern on open goal has hindered him?
No, that was just fun.
I don't even.
It was because of what I wore on the touchline.
Right.
And
right.
saying that said like I looked like the bus driver because I had that blue V-neck, tie and a shirt. And I was like, no, it was good banter. And that's what it is. And I don't know why I don't get, or I've been mentioned that, but I have publicly stated if it's not something that excites me, I'm not interested. You get enough abuse, so why would I want to put myself up? So this is challenging and exciting for me. As I've said, I would love to go abroad. I've openly said that. I'm getting older though, so that door might get closed because you're seen as a dinosaur. But if it was challenging and exciting, would I be interested? 100%. But it'd need to be the right role, and there's only really one in Scotland. In the men's game, shall I say.
Say no more. Right, Scott Allison, ask Gary what defender, midfielder and striker he would sign in January if he was the boss. Realistic targets, who does he think he could get? Or somebody, or like, if you can't get names.
See, I actually thought that the boy Kenny would be a good fit at the start of the season.
Right.
If he could have got him out of Celtic just to get to play with us rather than be a forefront of Celtic front.
I play every week with Kelly.
Because I did think that one would. You would see that he would still be naive at times, but he's got pace, he's got everything, he can't finish. That won't happen obviously because of the situation there. But he was one I thought would be a
Good answer.
A good one to bring in the building and work with. I've no idea.
No.
I've no idea, because let's be honest, you're not getting somebody's best players.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. In January, you're getting players who aren't playing for their team predominantly, unless it's somebody who's coming out of contract and you've done a pre-contract and then the manager says, right, on you go.
Go there.
But it's very, unless it's kids.
It's tough, innit?
And that's what I'm saying. It's a hard one, because, like I said, you very rarely lose your worst players. It's your best players you lose.
Well, that's it. Aye. Mm-hmm.
And that's always been the way.
That's tough.
So I think it's going to be really tough, and that's why I said that. I don't envy Billy and the board for this decision that they've got to make, but they've got to get it right.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Right, Greg Halbert says, tell Gary he was and is and forever will be a Kelly hero. When I think of Kelly teams in my youth, Gary was always in that starting 11. So that's a nice wee comment there.
It does make me feel older.
Very, very kind. Stuart Snowden, no question, just wanted to say Gary was my favourite player during his time with Kelly. I had the pleasure of speaking to him about what his halftime team talk would have been that memorable night with Beat Our Broth.
Oh, right, aye.
You've maybe been chatting to him about that. Maybe in a alcoholic
maybe
beverage state. Does happen.
I've not got the best of memory of things like that.
But aye, excellent, mate. Loads of folk just saying that, man, how much a brilliant player you were for us and everything. But right, Vicky Black says, my dad's claim to fame is that he married Gary Holt at Rugby Park.
Yes,
Church of Scotland minister said he was a nervous groom. Were there any football games that made him nervous?
I've got to be honest, never nervous.
No? Tom Black said that very same 2 weeks ago. He says he never
nervous. I've seen a lot of people. I don't know. I think nerves are a good thing, though, or maybe people show them in different ways. I never really had an outwardly show of it. I've played with players who were sick before games.
Aye, bad as that.
I've coached players who've been sick before games, been sick on the pitch, just because the nerves have just got too much for them. No, I could fall asleep very easy before a game.
Right.
So maybe that was a nervous thing. I don't know. I wasn't one for the music in the dressing room, so as soon as the music go, I'd find a quiet space at any stadium where I played, shut my eyes and switch off.
Aye,
so whether that's a nervous thing, I don't know. Maybe. But nah, I never used to, because I was just a boy running about playing football. Aye. And as my auntie said to me once when I was first at Kilmarnock, she actually wrote, I think it was my Christmas card or a birthday card, you're living every boy's dream. Every little boy's dream.
Absolutely, man.
And that's how I approached it.
Aye.
Then it was like, oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Aye, that's certainly for true. That's Neil Laird gets in touch. He asked Holt if he's coming out for a pint.
I've already replied to his message.
I've
replied to his message and said aye.
There you go, Laird.
But it'd be nice if he get his wallet out for a change.
Well, there you go. Again, that's it. Right to reply, Lairdo. Right, Barry Homeowner says, did Gary ever have the opportunity to come back to Kelly later in his career?
No.
Nope. Never ever came up?
Never ever came in the conversation.
Disappointed by that?
No, because it never crossed my mind. It really never crossed my mind, and no, it never happened. I never got any Scottish club.
No, is that right? Never in Scotland at all? No. And that's weird, because you were playing at a high level.
I know. I just never happened. Never. Not once. Not had a conversation with any Scottish club.
There you go. And he also says, when I was 7 or 8, I asked Gary for his autograph when he was warming up, and he couldn't have been nicer to me. The memories always stayed with me. And
that's something I still do to this day and still believe in.
Aye.
And it's another thing, and because my sons find it funny, because obviously, especially my youngest, because he was born when I retired the next year, so he was a baby.
Right.
But my twins still, who are 22 now, they still find it a wee bit funny when people like or stop and talk to me and they're like, I'm like, no personally, but I know him and a Kilmarnock fan and stuff like that. But why do you? I was like, because there'll be a day when they don't want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I give everyone the time of day that deserves it, because they're fans and they're fans of the club that I played for and support. So why not stand and talk to them?
Magic. Brilliant to hear that. Right, Skev says, can you ask him if he wants golf tees for his Christmas or just wants money?
That's my brother-in-law.
Right. What are you going to go for, the money or the tees?
He's not giving me either. He's never given me either. It's the same thing every year, but he's never given me anything.
Right. The short-leashed salmon chucker, who I believe played golf with your brother, so he says, what does everyone make of all the negativity surrounding the club? There's enough of it to summon a demon from Stranger Things. I understand scoring goals appears to be a problem at the moment, but they're trying their best. And can you ask Gary if Rab is still pish at golf?
He's better than me.
Right.
Not as good as my younger brother, which my big brother will not like. Like, the hardest part is scoring a goal in football. It really is. We've been blessed with some really good strikers. Boydie, Nazy, Paul Wright, even Coisty. Stevie Mascree scored goals for us. We've been blessed. It's harder and harder these days because of the rules and regulations, because of the changes in how you can play, etc. Now the V8, that dreaded Pashit's involved. I know you might say its name, but not a lot of teams are scoring goals. That's what you see across the board. The goals aren't of the. There's not that many. We don't see a lot of 4s, 5s, 6s.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of, and is that a fear factor of going and being expansive and expressive? Kenny Shields done it.
Certainly did.
You know what I mean? So, but then again, we lost a lot of games playing that way as well. So, but we all loved it because of style of football. So it's getting the balance. It's getting the balance right. But if you've got enough bodies behind the ball and enough at the top end of the park, then you should create.
Alright. Space Ghetto gets in touch. I haven't heard from Space Ghetto for a while. Have a nice Christmas, Elsa. I have solved the mystery of our shit form. There's too much blue and not enough white in the strip. Oxford blue in 1920 nearly went down and caused a worldwide pandemic. 2021 blue black relegated. We need to phone Hummel. We're missing a leader on the park. You got a favourite strip that you wore for Kelly?
Nah. I just
no bothered.
It's funny though, see when you look back at them and you get some of them out and that, and this is one thing my sons do like, is the fact, look at this sizes, like some of them are huge.
Aye, the 90, the cut of them, they're bizarrely big, man.
And like, no wonder you get like folk were hanging on to you and putting you back.
There's enough of it.
Aye. So, no, I just love them all. I like them all. See the fact that I was like a kid in the sweet shop when you every match day and you go in and your kit's hanging up.
What a feeling.
Aye, it's just that buzz. It's an absolute buzz. And then obviously I first came in, it was only numbers in the back, and then the first season it was your name.
Yeah, 08.
Aye. And you thought, I'm the Doug's nuts here, by the way.
Incredible. I love that strip with the red socks. I love that one.
And that's the thing. So you're like, you think so. That thing. Seeing it, I openly say, and it's something somebody told me years ago. You don't actually play for the club until you've got a name in the back of your jersey these days. Right? See all these boys and girls that are in academies and reserve football and that. You just train. You train with the club. See, when you walk out that tunnel and you've got a name in the back of your jersey in front of in the first team, that's when you play for the club.
Amazing, man.
And that's what I think players need to buy into and believe in. Too many of these younger ones now think, I'll play with Celtic, I'll play with Rangers, I'll play with Kelly. No, you don't, you train. It's just a number. They'll all have a number. They'll all have a kit number. They don't have a name in the back of their jersey. Once you get a name in the back of your jersey, now that's the carrot. That's what you want.
That's what you're striving for now.
That's what you're striving for now. No number.
The name
in the back of your jersey. So when it's read out 8 Holt, now I play.
Class, man. That's amazing. I agree. I think there's not enough white in the strip this year, so but you know that. Right, last question for you, man, because that's us getting to about an hour. Gary's going to stay about. We're going to go right deep dive into his career hour in the Patreon if anybody fancies signing up. The last question is for John Reid. Who would Gary himself recommend for the managerial role? Are you going to give us a name?
No, I can't. There's no one that actually springs out to me that I'll go, that's who I would have wanted. There is the one, because like I said, if you go left field, I don't think it's the right time, but that's my opinion. It might be the one that you go an older head. As I said, I had to rack my brain the day and I'm like, well, Neil won it, didn't he?
Didn't work
and I
out,
like Neil a lot, and I got a lot of time for Neil, but it didn't work out. There's only so many Martin O'Neills in the world. And let's be honest, Martin O'Neill didn't set the world alight at certain clubs.
Aye, that's true too.
But there's an affinity there, and you could see that. I really don't know.
No, it's tough, isn't it?
Aye,
it's tough.
But if they want any help, jump my door and I'll give them some advice.
There you go.
Simple as that. And maybe help them in the right direction. But to choose the right one, if they, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help them. We all want the best of the club. I don't want to see them relegated. No one does. I want to see us in the top league. I love being in the top league. I love being able to slag that team down the road.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
Because that's kudos for us. They don't want to be in the same league as them.
No, so there you go. Offer is open for the man, the myth, the legend himself. Right, everybody, I will need to wrap it up there. I just want to say thanks everybody for all the support in 2025. We've had a brilliant year. Thanks to Stu for everything he's done getting us here. All this lovely surroundings. Thanks to yourself, Gary, for coming on the night and offering your insight.
Can I just rephrase that bit of, it's not me wanting a job, it's me me willing to help
offer
them. To help if they wanted it. If they asked my opinion, I'll give it, whether it's right or not. That's not.
There you go. But you're somebody who certainly knows the game.
Yes, that I'd like to think so.
Aye, so there you go. The offer is there. So thank you so much everybody for watching and sharing and listening. Have a great Christmas and New Year. Hopefully some points on the board for the Kelly, and we'll be back in January to talk about it, whether we win, lose or draw as we always do. Thanks to you, Gary.
No problems. Thank you.
Appreciate it.